I want to congrat Punk for winning EVO 2024 for Street Fighter 6. So after 7 years, he finally did it. So you gotta give him props. Whether you like him or you hate him, the guy has skill, and you see it all the time. So with that said, this will be a rewind, actually giving my thoughts about EVO 2017 Street Fighter 5 Grand Finals, where Punk was fighting against Tokido, and of course, and this is actually, from my understand, his first EVO, and he made it to winner's side Grand Final. So you gotta keep up. Punk actually got skill. A lot of people got to acknowledge that. So with that said, for this one, I gave my thoughts because if you did watch that tournament, something was a bit off in my personal opinion, but I know a lot of people probably did the same thing, and he wasn't really at his best. It looks like it, but you gotta give credit to Justin Wong and Button Check. They kinda told the story. And apparently Justin Wong was doing an interview with Punk, and he did say sort of what happened was, I could be wrong, that Punk kind of choked. That's why he wasn't doing his best in 2017, and that's why he kind of second best. But again, he did good. He should be proud about that. So with that said, this is a rewind thoughts, giving my thoughts of Grand Finals for EVO 2017 Street Fighter 5. Hello guys, NautoAis here. I want to give my thoughts on EVO 2017. Yes, the fighting game from the Super Bowl. Again, I like fighting game. Not really an FGC guy. Not really interested with the community. But I do like watching people play. They're good. And of course, I don't want to give my thoughts about it. This year, it's sort of interesting than last year. Because this year kind of remind me the time when Street Fighter 4 Finals was Mochi versus Gamer B. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description box about that one. There's a lot of technicality. There's also some struggle. Gamer B, to some extent, was frustrated, like, should I keep doing this or not? Stories like that. So, no surprise, once again, in 2017, something like this happened. So this year, we get 3 fighters who represent USA, which is Knuckle Dude, which is the champion of Capcom Pro Tour 2016. We got Punk, one of the new rising comer. The guy knows to playing a good Karen. I'm not a fan of the guy. The guy likes to do teabag. However, I gotta acknowledge, I do have to give him credit. He is good, so not hurt my pride, but I gotta acknowledge he is good. And of course, Filipino chump. It's long time, but you know the guy, the villain of FGC, or a heel guy. Some people love him, some people hate him. Not a fan of Filipino chump, but you know him. So basically, early in the tournament, the top 8, Filipino champ was actually the first one in America. Like, he got eliminated by Tokido, and Tokido was there, and that's the key thing. Tokido, basically from losers bracket, made it to Grand Finals. So the thing I want to give my thoughts on is really most of the Grand Finals. But before that, a lot of notable mention that I want to give my thoughts on. Newcomer by the name of, I think, Moki, I think that's the guy's name. He's a Rashid player, pretty good, got entertaining. But the thing is, a lot of those top 8 were a lot of legends. There was a guy who's a Japanese Zangief player, pretty good. I've seen him before on the stream. And of course, Tokido, Katsunoko, and those types of people, of course, and Punk. And the thing about Punk is, and again, the guy, he's young, he's goofy, he likes to do teabag, but the guy, basically in top 8, he sent a lot of the players to loser. He never was even a loser. He was always been in the winning bracket, the winner's bracket, and relatively easy, he went to the Grand Finals on the winner's side. And the opposite of that is Tokido, a legend who basically one of his dream is to win EVO, and that's a spoiler. And from loser, he made it to Grand Finals. So So now I want to give my thoughts on the Grand Finals one. So you would think that Punk with his Karen should be good. He had an advantage. All he needs to do was win 3 rounds. Tokido needs to do 6. But I kind of seen it. I mean, believe it or not, I've seen some. Let's just say some mistake. But again, you know, that's what fighting game is paper, rock, scissors. And the thing is, unfortunately, was Tokido has managed to reset the bracket. And the thing about it, when you ever reset the bracket, the person who's in the winning side, they kind of tend to lose it. Not always true, but sometimes it's just like, oh shoot, what I did wrong? Can I beat this guy? What can I do? So unfortunately, I can tell Punk was in that situation that, I hate to say it, he started losing it. He started to lose it. Like, he don't know what to do. And like, he was dropping combos, making mistakes. Tokido was just there on the roll. So, unfortunately, in the end, after we seen the back end, it was 3-0. Yeah, so Punk basically was free. If you don't know what that basically means, the FGC term, I know, right? Learned it. It's that when you get like when you basically couldn't even win a round, that's what it is. Or 3-0, 3-2-0, that's what it is. And of course, the Evolution Grand Finals winner of Street Fighter 5 is Tokido. So congratulations, Tokido. So of course, I was watching it. James Chen talking about like this has always been his dream. That he finally reached his dream. That Tokido always wanted to win an EVO. He finally did. He'd been trying to do it like for 10 years or so. So congratulations to Tokido. So now it comes to Punk. No surprise. Punk's reaction when he lost to Tokido. First of all, you gotta understand, Punk is 18 years old, so he's young. Even so, he's considered an adult by technicality because he's 18. But you gotta get it that you don't really be an adult until you're 25 or 30. Different story. So, I mean, he basically congrats Tokido. So I'm trying to say, so you know, good sportsmanship. But I kind of noticed that on the when they were giving out the medals, the award, the Punk was really sad. He was disappointed. I saw he was about like he wanted to cry. I'm not gonna make fun of him. I mean, I'm not gonna say he needs to grow up, mature. No. I kind of understand where it's coming from. Because again, he's young. I was like that when I was 18, but in in a different situation. But the concept behind it is still the same. It's like, yeah, I could have gotten better. Why didn't I? I could have gotten first place, and I couldn't. So for Punk, really, I can understand that he was disappointed, he's sad, he was probably frustrated. He could have done better, but he didn't. But again, it's a competition. That's what it is. There's always going to be next year. Heck, there's even, been announced, Evolution 2018 in Japan. Or, yeah, the first ever Evolution in Japan. That's supposed to set in 2018 of January. So now there's going to be 2 Evolution starting 2018 in Japan. Yeah, January, and then on July, the American version. So there you go. So again, like it's to Punk, he had to learn. Well, he'll learn. He'll gain an experience that he'll now. Again, I hate to say it, I'm not making fun of the guy. I may not be a fan of the guy, especially when he does teabag, but you do understand what it is. He's now got the first experience of, I lost in a major tournament. Because, yeah, this guy's good, believe it or not. He is good. I think he'd be in a lot of first place in some major, well, not even besides EVO, out of major tournaments. And I'm like, wow, this guy, goofy it may be, he basically is good. But then when it comes to EVO, because it's the Grand Stadium and you're fighting against more veterans players like Tokido, I hate to say it again, I mean, apologize to any FGC there, but to some extent, even so he can keep up with Tokido, Punk is really out of his league. Tokido's been doing this for a long time. Heck, more than 10 years. So Punk, again, he's 18, so I don't know how long he's been starting. So, but like I said, it is understandable that he is kind of like this one, he wanted to cry.
he, in my opinion, he's gonna learn that now he knows experience that not everything's always gonna be on that good. Because yes, he is that good. He managed to put a lot of people in losers bracket. He did it with Kazunoko, he did it with Enabashi, Zangief. But when it came to Tokido, again, Tokido's been there, he's a veteran, in the same league with Mago, just the lead, Daigo. Then, yeah, it's a lot of different playing field there. So, yeah. So, and the reason why I said the same thing as like Gamer B and Momochi in Street Fighter 4, like I think was 2015. Yeah, 2015. I think that was that before it was Street Fighter 5. James Chen was emotional again because he kind of felt sorry for Punk because you see this Punk, he's doing so good, and then he lost to Tokido, and the guy who was from loser, struggling to make it to Grand Final, reset the bracket. There you go. The same goes with, like I said, with Gamer B, but the difference with Gamer B was, I think it was the same deal. It was reset the bracket. There was some technicality controversy. There was even one point that Gamer B wanted to quit the FGC, well not FGC, but the tournament. It was a competitive thing, not winning. What am I doing here? Until a lot of his friends talked to him out, saying, hey, no, you're doing it because you love it. So again, that's what James Chen's also saying that. Why do you go even you lose? Because it's fun. You like doing it. It's not about winning or losing. I mean, it's good to win, but at the same time, it's like, hey, look, it's all about fun. You'll learn it. Maybe there's always next year. Or not. Who knows? So, like I said, he kind of felt sorry for Punk. Do I feel sorry for Punk? A little bit. Because again, he's young. He'll learn this. He'll learn now that, hey, you may be good, but there's always going to be someone else better. It is what it is. So, yeah. So that's my thoughts on Evolution 2017 or the Street Fighter 5 final. Yes, what about other games? That's all I can say. So, yeah. So, with that, thanks for listening.
Alright, there's going to be a follow-up on the Street Fighter 5 finals at EVO 2017. And basically what it is that after a while that thoughts about the finals, I did get to watch a podcast on YouTube, of course guest starring James Chen, and he explained that why, let's just say he was emotional. I kind of figured it out that because of a lot of more backstory in it, and what James Chen basically explained was that, and I kind of agree, it makes sense, is that the reason why he was like crying, and he's emotionally happy. That's what it is. Remember, sometimes when it gets too touchy, he gets happy that, that finally these people, they reach their dream, they reach the goal, and they never quit. And when Gutex basically interviewed Tokido, he basically told him one thing, and Tokido basically said that I love fighting games. So, and from what the basic interpretation there was that James Chen is so happy to Tokido that he keeps, he's still playing fighting game that he never quit. Because one of the biggest fear, or I can understand this, sadness is for someone to say, well, I'm not winning, I'm not happy, I'm not enjoying myself, I'm frustrated. Why do I keep doing this? Why don't I just quit? And like I said in 2015 with Moji vs Gamer B, there was at one point that Gamer B did say like, well, I'm not winning, I'm not being happy, I'm not satisfied, why do I keep doing this? And that I can understand. And it's great to hear that, hey, Tokido's been doing this more than I think 10 years, am I correct? And he finally reached his goal, winning EVO, he never gave up, and he finally reached it. And that was like a joyful thing. And also, he was basically happy for Punk for making it that far also. So again, like I said, gotta give props to Punk. Like I said, I might be not a fan of the guy, but like I said, he is good. He is good. Never went to losers. He's second place. Hey, that's really good. So I mean, I know there was a point I read it on Twitter because people were liking it, retweeting it. He said, well, he basically just felt sad, and again, very understandable. Like I said, when I was young, I was also in that one point like, darn, I could do better. I did it. Why am I doing it? I'm wasting my time. You can't really think like that. That's the thing. Do you gotta do? The reason you're there because you have a passion for it, and that you want to get better. So never give up on that. That's the thing. So I mean, props for both of them, for Tokido and Punk. And yeah, I'm like, it was touchy. Nothing to be ashamed about. Like I said, they were just happy. It's a joyful thing that, hey, like I said, I may not be interested with the community, but in social aspect, that it makes sense, just social aspect, like I said, it makes sense, like you never give up. Do what you like to do that's fun. Just like basically an analogy I was thinking, like, what if, again, this is just, again, making this up, this is not going to actually happen, just give an example. Say, James Rolfe, he keeps doing this AVGN thing. I mean, granted, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know I'm a fan of the guy. I do enjoy his earlier episode, but the later ones, it's a little bit different. But like I said, what if, let's just say, he keeps doing the AVGN, but what happened is less people are watching. People are putting more dislike. What if James basically, nobody's really care about this, nobody's watching this, and getting dislike, then he just stopped. Then that'd be sad. That's the same thing with Tokido, basically saying, wow, I can't win. I'm not going to win EVO. I don't want to waste my time in the morning. Quit. That sucks. Never give up on something that you like. If you enjoy liking it, even not a lot of people like it, or whatever, just stick with it. I mean, first do it for yourself, and then for your fan. That's really it. I mean, don't ever get discouraged just saying, well, nobody's watching, or I'm not winning, or I'm not getting good results. Why am I keep doing this? No, you do it because you love to. You're having fun, and it's your passion. It's your heart basically telling you that this is what you like. That's what it is. And I can understand that when James Chen basically explained it. It makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a great EVO 2017. It was actually good. Like I said, congrats to Punk, But yeah, fine. I mean, he didn't make first place, but again, second place is still good. I mean, maybe next year. Maybe the year after that. Who knows? All they have to do is just practice. Put your heart in it, and you'll be fine. That's all I can say. So, yeah, that's like, again, my thoughts about the Street Fighter 5 Finals. It was really, really good. It was worth watching. So with that, thanks for listening.
So before I close this rewind, I do want to add a little bit about the story. Of course, like I said, the reason sort of that in 2017 he wasn't really up to par of what's happening. I mean, he's still doing good, but you kind of like sort of see it from his level. And like I said before, when Justin Wong was interviewing Punk, he kind of said he felt like he had kind of choked sometimes, and then you kind of notice he has that sort of a second place curse, which is second place is still good in my opinion, but maybe someone who's a casual non-FGC, but again, probably different perspective for the FGC, just saying there. So I gotta give props for him, because now in a future video I am gonna give my thoughts on Punk winning EVO 2024, because it's been 7 years. He finally did it. He earned it. He deserved that. I want to give my thoughts about that one, so stay tuned.